Wingbro, coming to you live from Belgrade, Serbia. I'm just going to forward this to my boys in the entourage. 1 second. I'll be back on shortly. My 0 viewers, do not leave me, please. Okay, so I'm back in here. My name is Joseph. I am the Wingbro. On this channel, I talk about relationships. I talk about male-female interaction. I talk about specifically the first part of that interaction and being proactive as a man. We call this cold approach. You can also have it in a social circle, in which case it's warm approach, but it's approach. Okay, so going over to the woman, the subtle art of the approach. Yeah, it's a very important art. You open this little Pandora's box, and out comes all the panties, right? This is, the approach is very important. If you can't get those leads, you don't have anything. I also talk about relationships in general and, well, other things in life as well, but this is primarily a relationship channel. And as we have Valentine's Day on the horizon, in fact, no, it's Valentine's Day already here. Happy Valentine's Day, my brothers. I hope you've got something exciting in the pipeline. I hope you've got something ready. So if you're a single man, we're going to talk a lot of single man stuff here. If you're a man in a relationship, hey, we can talk about that on another channel. But in summary, my advice to you tomorrow: wine her and dine her. Do whatever you want to do. Go for a romantic walk, and then absolutely break her in half. There's nothing more romantic than that. That's really what they want. Romantic, and then. Yeah, so, yeah, get yourself a shot of espresso and get going tomorrow. So, we're going to talk this evening about nice guys and the black pill. Nice guys and the black pill. In fact, just before I start, I'll give you a little perspective on me if you're a new viewer here. So, I talk about relationships on this channel because it's something I can offer help and expertise with. So when I was younger, especially in my early 20s, I did find dating and going out and pulling and all this type of thing, I found it quite difficult. I was okay when I was a teenager, I had a girlfriend, that kind of thing, but I was a studious kid, I was a sports kid. I wasn't really into the whole going out thing. And then I got into my early 20s, late teens, and all of a sudden, I'm single and I'm going out to clubs and I'm thinking, what the fuck is going on here? The music's blaring. I can't even make sense of what's going on in my surroundings. And that was where I was expected. Society expected me to start my personal life. I've got to meet a girl here. Yeah. I remember actually dating a girl once from class, which was when I was a bit older, which, she was a nice enough girl, but she wasn't really sexy enough for me. But I just didn't have that many ways to meet women. So I decided at a certain point in life, it was actually quite a few years later, I was in and out of the club scene, doing bits and pieces. But my early 20s were something of not a completely dry spell, but a sparse spell. Until some things happened to me in my mid-20s. Basically, I had a major operation. I had some real health problems. And about 27, I just decided, you know what? I'm going to put everything on hold in terms of like all these ideas I've got. I need to actually get good with chicks. I need to get good with women. And I'm going to go out every fucking night until I do. And so that's basically what I did age 27. And it actually worked pretty quickly. I would say within 6 months, I was pretty good. I was pretty solid within 6 months. And then just took it from there. So I kept going out, getting girlfriends, going out on the pool, getting wings and hanging out and doing all this crazy shit we fucking did for a good 3-4 years. Then I actually went into club promotion myself for a few years. I did a few overseas contracts working as well during this 10-year period. So that's my background, and that's why I am qualified to give some input on this area of life. So there might be guys who, like, let's say a guy who's been a club promoter for 20 years, yeah? He's like been owned a fucking strip club. Yeah, he's seen more than me. But I've seen a fair amount. I've been out with a couple of strippers, so I've seen a fair amount. Yeah, if you're struggling, or even if you just want to get better in general, there's going to be some interesting stuff in here today. And I've got my notes. It's Valentine's Day. We've got to come prepared, yeah? You need your condoms and your notes, right, for Valentine's Day. So, where shall we start? Where shall we start? Where shall we start? Why do nice guys finish last? Why do they finish last? And they really fucking do as well. You see this if you're a club guy. You see this. You see this time and again. If we're talking about a club environment, nice guys finish last because they're just not aggressive enough. Nowhere near aggressive enough. Yeah, most guys have got no clue of how aggressive you need to be in a club to get what you want. I don't mean pushy. I don't mean pushy or anything coercive. None of that nonsense. I mean aggressive. Yeah, you need to fucking go. Yeah. Oh, shot here. Come. Yeah. 2 tequilas. Yeah. Oh yeah. Let me put it on your neck. Yeah. 1. Go. All right. Taxi. You need to be aggressive in clubs. Or you might have annoying, irritating friends, always irritating friends. Fuck, get the friends out of the way or charm the friend, whatever you've got to do, right? Don't be in the club, end of story. Elmond, if you don't want to talk about, approach and stuff like that, just get off my channel, bruv. Yeah, honestly, just fuck off, mate. You can pick up a lot of women in clubs, right? Yeah, it's a very normal way to pick up women. Loads of guys do fucking well in clubs, right? You can go into the street as well. That adds something to your game. But yeah, you want to be a little virgin, that's fine with me, bruv. That's fine. So yeah, you need to be way more aggressive. And so this is why nice guys are just wallflowers. They don't know what the fuck's going on and they just sit there like a wallflower. Or they expect the girl to come to them. Yeah. So that's that. The club is a specific environment. So let's step out of the club. Let's just step back into general life, social life. Let's step into the daytime approach, the streets, your relationships. Why the nice guy finishes last and why the nice guy is actually a cunt. The nice guy is actually a cunt. Yeah, the nice guy. Oh, you're a nice guy. Nice guy is code really for you don't offer anything. You don't bring anything to the table. You've got no sense of who you are. You've not got any kind of strength and you've not probably achieved that much. And in order to get approval, you supplicate and you basically seek approval. You're operating from an approval-seeking mindset. You're operating from an approval-seeking mindset. That is the crux of the nice guy. The nice guy seeks approval. He seeks approval. Yeah. And the way he gets his approval is by doing something for someone or faking some kind of interest or whatever. It's just a fake way of getting some approval from the girl. Yeah, and it can actually work a little bit. But it's probably not going to get her vagina very moist. Yeah. The solid guy operates on a desire-based system. Yeah. The nice guy operates on an approval-based system. Approval-based communication. The solid guy, he goes on desire-based communication. Yeah, desire-based communication. Okay, so that's the crucial difference between the two. That's actually gold right there. So if anyone sees this on a rerun, yeah, if you're operating on an approval-based mindset, you are basically a nice guy / beta male. You just are. Okay, if you're seeking approval, yeah, then you're operating in the wrong paradigm. If you're operating on a desire-based paradigm, you're operating in at least the right paradigm. Okay, that doesn't mean you're going to get everything you want, but you're at least putting forth the correct energy. Okay. So that's actually a crucial point. Nice guys are really not that nice. They're creating a bargain with the other person. I'll be nice to you. Therefore, you should give me your sexuality. You should give me your vagina. You should like me. You should be my girlfriend because I'm bringing you these chocolates. It's an incredibly ugly, devious, manipulative, and cunty way of behaving. Yeah. So the nice guy is not nice at all. The nice guy is much more of a cunt. than the guy who has his girlfriend and he cheats on her. The desire-based guy is much better. So what you want to be is a solid guy who is communicating his desires in an honest way, in a direct way. Yeah, not making a false bargain that you're trying to pull this girl into, and she's not agreed to the bargain, and then getting pissed off, when she doesn't agree, and then moaning about how girls this, that, and the other, which is why these fucking losers end up in the black pill. The wing bro is steaming this fucking evening. Yeah, I'm actually a lot nicer than this in real life. Like I'm more amenable than this in real life. But yeah, I got a bee in my bonnet this afternoon after I watched some friends live, Christian and Ephraim's live, and then I thought, let's see what else is going on in this space. I did a little scan of the so-called manosphere, and I see all these little fucking vagines out there moaning about their jawlines and fucking measuring their face and stuff like this. So I'm gonna obliterate the black pill in this video as well. So stay tuned for that, because this will be a total obliteration of the black pill. So is there anything else? Yeah, also nice guys as well. If you're being a nice guy, be aware that people see straight through it. You think people don't see through your little fucking tactic? They see straight through it, my friend. Whether you're male or female, they see straight through it. Just think about when people do it to you. You know, the smarmy fucking waiter who's trying to get a tip off you. You know he's been a smarmy cunt for the tip. You might give him the tip anyway, right? But you know why he's doing it. Or just people who are sycophantic towards you. I personally find that makes my skin crawl. It's partly why I like the Balkans. Nobody is like that to you at all. Ever, really. If they're moderately pleasant to you, it's like, wow, this is the nicest guy ever. Yeah. The standard is like almost bullying. Yeah. I actually quite enjoy it. But yeah, you don't have, that's obviously, there's a little bit extreme to be honest with you, but operating in a desire-based way is the way forward. So let me get my notes. Yeah, I'm gonna sit down for the rest of this. It's been a long day. Just hit the gym. Yeah, some fucking beasts again in the Serbian gym, in the Belgrade gym. Yes, so yeah, we've talked about approval-based communication versus desire-based. And this is where the bad boy comes in. Like, people who think that bad boys don't... I don't know where people live, like on the internet and stuff, but if you think that like some little chiseled model who comes in is going to outperform an actual G, you on a different fucking planet. When it comes to girls, you are on a different planet, bruv. Yeah? I know guys. I've spoken to guys, like girlfriends and stuff like that, or ex-girlfriends who've left them, and I'm looking at the guy, right? Because one of these guys, actually, I'm thinking of, I actually used him as a model for my business, right? Because I need to do a photo shoot, and I asked this guy to come and model. So the guy was a legit fucking model, right? And I think he modeled elsewhere as well. Yeah, I saw his girlfriend a few months later on, and they'd split up, and she said to me, this particular guy, her exact words were, yeah, he's a nice guy, but he's not bang bang. I don't even know what that fucking meant, but I do know what it meant. It doesn't mean anything, but it is what it means. Like, he was a legit model. He had a good fucking job, and he was a nice guy. He was a well-raised young man. Yeah. The girl didn't want that. She wanted some excitement. She wanted, a bit of a frisson. Yeah, she wanted challenging. Right? She wanted someone to keep her on her toes. Yeah, she wanted the fucking iceberg treatment, or at least a little 5% iceberg. So yeah, she left him. Yeah, and again, this is like looks, money, status. The guy is he's actually from a known family, to be honest. And he's very upstanding type of guy, right? Everything on paper, the guy's a fucking model, yeah? Model. His girlfriend, who, in my opinion, was not even fit enough for him to begin with, yeah? She left him, yeah? Because she wasn't fucking exciting enough, yeah? The amount of G's who are banging hot girls is a joke, mate. It's a fucking joke. Actual criminals, or just like, degenerate wild people, or just all sorts, club owners, strip club owners, whatever. These guys, some of these guys are utter fucking vermin, yeah? And they're fucking hot girls. They just are. It's just a fact of life, yeah? Um, and then even the guys who are, let's say, there's a lot of guys who are, they're actually solid guys, they're good guys, but when they're around women, there's a slight contishness to them, or they're like, they'll go over, pull one girl, and just pull another girl right in front of them, yeah, and the girls fall head over heels for them. They go fucking crazy for them, yeah, and then the little model comes in, he stands there. It's activity based, right? It's activity based. It's personality based, right? Yeah. Guess what happens when a good looking guy gets on a train, he sits opposite the girl. Guess what happens? She gets off the station, right? The next station stop. Guess what happens? They didn't talk to each other. Guess what happens? Fucking nothing happens. Yeah. Nothing. Nada. Nulla. Yeah. Nothing fucking happens. Guess what happens when the average, all right looking guy gets on? Says, oh, hey, I like your dress. Oh, thank you. They get talking. He takes her number. Yeah. Next week, they go on a date. Yeah. What's the difference? The difference is the activity. Yeah. Moving things forward, right? Women want an emotional experience. Yeah. Women want an emotional experience. There's not a shortage of rich guys. There's not a shortage of good looking guys. Women want an emotional experience. Have you not been around them? Have you not been around women? Yeah. They fucking love all these emotional ups and downs, all this fucking crazy shit. They love it. They need it. Yeah. You just have to kind of ignore it half the time, but they'll do it anyway. Yeah. They love it. They love dreaming about you and then waking up and then they fucking hate you and then you speak to them and then they just love you again. They need this shit. It's just in them. Yeah. It is what it is. Yeah. Guys who are in this whole fucking, the nice guy doesn't understand this. He's got no fucking clue. He's got no clue, right? The bad guy, he probably doesn't understand it either, but some of them do, to be fair. But he just does it anyway because he doesn't care, yeah? And he certainly operates on a desire-based model. He goes for what he fucking wants. That's it. That's it. I've actually been in clubs where I thought I needed to do some kind of game to go up to the girl, oh fuck, how do I approach her? Some idiot just almost crashes into her, and then like 30 seconds later is like snogging her. I'm like, fuck me, I'm a retard. And this is when I was like 28. I've been in for a while, and I just see some dumbass go and pull this stunning girl right in front of me. I'm just going, fuck my life. Yeah, this is how I know this stuff. These lessons have been battered into me, bruv. Yeah, my 20s were like, people, I said in the past, my 20s were like getting black eyes. The reality is, my 20s were more like getting taken out back by the Russian mafia and getting both your orbitals broken. Yeah, that was actually pretty much what my 20s were like. Yeah, I did have some successes, but so many fucking black eyes, orbitals broken. Yeah, this is why I can give this advice, because I know when you fail, you fuck something up that you wanted, that net lesson gets burnt into your fucking cerebrum, right? So yeah, bad guys they operate on a desire-based code. Yeah, and that could apply to anyone. These types of men, we've got an archetype of the criminal, but he could also be a corporate guy. He could be a doctor. Yeah, there's doctors who are like this. He could be a politician. Yeah, it doesn't. There's an association with criminality because they're already outlaws. Yeah, but it's this type of thing, right? It's this type of thing. Women also do like outlaws as well, right? They're like rule breakers. Yeah, they don't want to be fucked by a little goody two shoes, right? Oh, he's got a nice fucking profile on LinkedIn. They're not getting moist over that. Yeah, they're not. So bring your desire, bring your beast energy to them. Yeah, you don't have to be, socially retarded with it, obviously, but you need a bit of that energy, and you probably need way more than you think. You probably think you're going hard, and actually you're not. I've had this before where I thought I was going hard with the girl, and they were like, "No, you're quite shy," and I'm like, "What the fuck?" And then I think about other guys and I'm like, if I'm shy, I mean, maybe it's true, but I'm like, if I'm shy, I look around at all the other guys doing fuck all. And you know what it is? Those guys don't even register as even men. They don't even register as anything. They're just background noise. So it's kind of funny. Um, so yeah, as long as you're moving forward, you're moving the action, you can be highly imperfect. You don't need to be Mr. Exceptional. You really don't. I've been on dates before and like different things where the girls would say weird things to me, and I'm like, it's interesting she perceives me like this. She perceives me in some ways like how I would want to be perceived, other ways like the total opposite, but she's still out on the date with me. And they can see through a lot of shit anyway, so they can kind of, you know, they the smart ones, they can kind of see your different layers as well. Um, okay, so yeah, that's the bad boy aspect. Yeah, bad boys are actually good in a sense to women because women know where they stand with them. Um, and as I say, you don't need to be a criminal to be a bad boy. You could be a bad boy fucking school teacher. You could be a bad boy surgeon. Yeah, you could be a bad boy writer. You could be a bad boy, corporate guy. Yeah, you can still be that archetype. Yeah, it's more about your energy, the way you carry yourself. Um, yeah, and also here's another thing as well. The nice guys who think, oh, if only she'd pick me, she don't. Oh, only she'd pick me. No, bro, you're too weak. You're too weak. You're too weak. You have a backbone. You don't have a backbone yet. And what would happen is you'd try your what nice guy shit, manipulative shit in the relationship. The woman would end up resenting and hating you. I know this. I have been told this by multiple women. I've been told this by multiple women, and I listen to them. Like they confess things to me, and I listen to them. Let's say, for example, I remember one girl, one of my exes, who she said we dated for a couple of years. She was amazing. She was an exotic dancer, and now she's like a very upstanding member of the community and stuff like that. But she did that for a while she was studying, and yeah, she her body was a joke, and she'd been out, like she's not been with that many people before she got with me, but she'd been out with a couple of people, and then afterwards as well. I remember like a later date conversation. She was like, because she's attractive, she's got guys in for her constantly, obviously, but she's selective. And she was like, yeah, she said to me, I prefer, it's like, she's like, I get approached by like the alpha males and then the nice guys, whatever. She's like, I literally hate nice guys. I've been out with a nice guy, two nice guys. This was not including me. This was before and after me. And it was, yeah, I know her history anyway. Um, and She's like, yeah, I literally hate them. They're manipulative fucks. I can't stand them. I much prefer the alpha male, even if he probably fucking cheats on me, um, because it's more direct, it's more honest, and I feel more protected. I feel better around him. Yeah. So she was referring to me and someone else that she'd been with as well. Okay, so it just is what it is, right? So I don't know what being an alpha male fucking entails. Probably some combination of physicality and intelligence and then social awareness, I would expect. Something along those lines. Whatever the fuck it means, I don't know. But in her mind, she knew what it meant. And I think it meant desire-based as opposed to manipulative-based. Yeah? Desire-based communication. Keep coming back to that. So yeah, so a lot of these nice guys get hated. I've seen girls I know as well when they're with a nice guy and it's just this manipulative bullshit he does. They end up hating him, dude. They end up hating him. Yeah. A lot of English guys are passive aggressive little fucking nice guy fucking scrubs. So look, I'm just saying it how it is. I'm just saying it how it is. This is so many girls have said this type of shit to me. I've got to give you the correct information. Okay? I'm not your wing bro if I'm not giving you correct information. So what's the solution? The solution is move over to a desire-based format of communication. Yeah, actually communicate your desires to the woman. Move things forward. Yeah, that's normal to her. That's normal. Yeah, being a manipulator is not normal to her. And then we get to where do these nice guys, when they go onto the internet, they've not got any women, they start blaming the women because they don't know their own blind spots, they don't know their own weaknesses, and they don't know that they still haven't grown a backbone. What do? They go out onto the internet and start going, why can't I get girls? Why can't I get women? Women hate me. And where do they end up? In La Pastille Noire, in the fucking black pill. Yeah? Pastilla, what's it in Portuguese? Preto? I don't know what it is, yeah. But yeah, they end up on the black pill and all that type of bullshit. There's no end of content producers now who will tell you, oh, it's all women's fault. Well, I wouldn't be so sure, bruv. I wouldn't be so sure. Because if there are men out there who are fine, who are not good looking, who are not rich, they're doing something you're not doing, bruv. They're acting in a way you're not acting. They're giving some emotional stimuli to the lady that you're not doing. And that's your issue. That's your fucking issue. But yeah, these content producers, I mean, it's difficult for me to describe what that actually, how heinous and pathetic and loserish that actually looks to me as a 39-year-old man. Seeing these 21, 22-year-old kids moaning that they don't have women falling at their feet. I'm like, bro, what do you think any of us did when we were that age? What fucking planet are you on? Yeah, grow the fuck up. Yeah, this is how it is. Life for a 22-year-old man, for most of them, is fairly punishing. Yes, there is a small group of them, especially maybe in Europe more, where they may be quite good looking or very good looking, and they do get a little bit of play. They get a bit of freebie, yeah? That's a tiny fraction, yeah? It's a tiny fraction. Most of the guys, they have to develop themselves. They have to start to make their way, and they have to improve their confidence and just keep going and just develop, good social skills and develop into the life that they're going to lead, basically, yeah? A woman wants a grown fucking man. Sorry to say that being a little black pill fucking 23-year-old does not make you a grown man. It actually makes you more like a moody 14-year-old girl, actually. They're communicating the energy of literally of a moody 14-year-old girl, and they're expecting chicks to want to jump on their dick, yeah? What evolutionary from an evolutionary point of view, you're a woman, you're a 21-year-old woman, yeah? You've got 21-year-old guys around you, some of them are really good. And then you've got some older guys around you who are like 27, 30, 32, who are frankly way better at that point, because they just got more experience, they're more fucking seasoned, they seem to understand your sexuality, they seem more accepting of you. They seem to be able to handle you quite easily. They've got money. They've got they just got some presence about them. Or, yeah, so it's already a tough competition for the guys at that age, right? Or the 23-year-old who's moaning, yeah, about women, who's giving off the 14-year-old girl vibes, yeah? Who's going to be getting the play there? Most likely it's going to be the older guys. Some of the younger guys will do it as well, for sure. They will do as well. Yeah, and it's a lot of women, a lot of young women, they do want to get a younger guy, yeah, but these older guys can outmaneuver the younger guys, but still, right? The last person on the fucking totem pole is the black pill loser, yeah. You are bottom of the fucking rung, dude. Yeah, you're not even on the totem pole yet. Yeah, it's embarrassing, man. It's embarrassing. It's so. I feel like we need to bring back bullying, to be honest. Bullying is actually a good thing. Bullying is actually a good thing. A little bit of bullying is good, yeah? You need people to give you some harsh fucking feedback. Like, if that was my son, I'd bully him on that one, yeah? Or if there's a guy around me, I'd bully him on it. And I've had the same things done to me. By the way, women will do this to you as well. Oh, yeah. Women will do this to you nah, dude, I'm not looking for a fucking little girl. Yeah, there's no one more sexist than women when it comes to men. Yeah. So, I mean, these fucking little black pill idiots, I call it the black pill blind spot. I've just coined a term, the black pill blind spot. These retards, they're looking at some guy like they saw probably don't even go out to clubs, to be honest. Probably don't go out in the street and do any approach. They're looking at maybe what they see in magazines or on Tinder, yeah, because they're fucking losers. They're looking at that and they're going, oh, it's over for me, right? It's over for me, right? What they don't realize, and what guys who buy into money look status and on to an excessive degree, yeah, obviously there's some relevance there, but to an excessive degree, what they don't realize is they have a blind spot. And their blind spot is they have no personality, they have no sense of humor, they have no authority, they have no charisma. Yeah. These things, these words just fly past their heads. They have no fucking idea what any of these things are, let alone how to actually embody them. Right. So I see these guys and I'm like, yeah, dude, looks wise, you may be a 7. Yeah. Personality wise, you're a 1. You're a fucking 1. You've got no charisma. You've got no fucking charisma. You don't communicate well. There's no emotionality, no tone in your voice. Yeah. You don't hold good eye contact. You don't come across as a man of authority. Yeah. You don't come across as humorous. You don't have a light touch. All of these things. Like, you just come across as a fucking little 14-year-old girl. No wonder you're not getting any play. It's no fucking wonder. And it's tough enough when you are doing the right things. It can be done, obviously, but it takes some time, right? And it's just, this is part of life, right? When you bleat and moan and bury your head in the sand, game over, bruv. You will be removed from the gene pool. No one will miss you. Nobody cares, bruv. Nobody actually fucking cares. Yeah? No one cares about your personal life. No one cares about your moaning bullshit. Yeah? Nobody gives a shit. Women are not just going to feel sorry for you and fuck you. Yeah? Not going to happen. So stop fucking complaining. Grow up. Be an adult fucking man and realize you've got blind spots. You can't see them. I could see them in 2 seconds. I could see them in 1 second. 2-3 seconds of seeing. I can see it with almost any content producer. I just look at them and go, he's real, he's full of shit when it comes to women. I know, because I've been in IRL since I was 15, in my first cold approach in a club when I was 15, 24 years ago. So I can see it. When I see these fucking black pill idiots, yeah, I can immediately identify, oh, he's got no personality. Oh, he's a pussy. Oh, he's weak. Oh, he's spoiled. He's entitled. Oh yeah, of course women don't like him. Fucking obvious. Yeah, absolutely fucking obvious, right? So yeah, moaning people, and there's people I've been around even this year who I've just given them a few pointers, and bim bam boom, they've actually made some improvements. They've made some improvements. Yeah, and there's a danger with the internet that even quite good guys. The thing is, right, you can be doing 80% of the stuff right, but if you're not doing that last 20% right, you might be getting no results at all. So guys who are actually quite solid can be at risk of going down these fucking black pill rabbit holes, right? And they start becoming a woman and they start fucking, I don't know what the shit people, it's literally like presenting, as I said, a 14-year-old girl's psychology. People like fucking all this looks maxing stuff. I mean, when I see some of these influencers, man, I mean, I see fucking Hamza. The guy looks like he's got fucking makeup on. I know he's been successful, but I don't give a fuck about that. He looks like he's got fucking makeup on. What is the deal? Does he wear makeup? I don't fucking know. Um, and he's not even that bad. Like he actually promotes action, which is good. But these absolute fucking red boys, dude, presenting female psychology. Unless you want to date a lesbian, yeah, maybe try to be a fucking grown man. So now I'm going to start giving some examples of good examples, because I've really gone in on the black pill there, how stupid it is, how these guys have got blind spots, and how they're basically presenting the characteristics of a 14-year-old girl, a menstruating 14-year-old girl. No charisma, no balls. Yeah, exactly. And now I'm going to go through a list. I'm going to describe a list of friends of mine who are the exact opposite. I'm just going to get rid of some of these comments because they kind of annoy me. Let's see if we can get rid of these. So, what do we do here? Yeah, it is a bit distracting, some of these stupid comments. Remove that. I'll remove that as well. Why isn't it letting me do it? So anyway, I'm trying to get some rid of these comments. They're pretty stupid. But anyway, so let's keep it going, right? Now I'm gonna go and I'm gonna delineate a list of friends of mine who are fucking animals, right? Are Valentine's animals. Because you might look at me and go, Joseph Wingbro, you look all right, mate. You look all right, You're looking pretty saucy there for a 39-year-old man. Just been in the gym. You've got a good hairy chest and a good beard and a noble bald head. Maybe it's easier for you, brother, because you might have a little bit of looks going your way. Maybe, maybe. I would say this though, yeah. Before I learned how to approach, did I look any different to when I learned to afterwards? No, I looked the fucking same. And before, I got fuck all, bruv. Absolutely fucking naff all. Yeah, before I learned how to approach. Um, Actually, interestingly, when I was a teenager, we used to go to under 18s clubs, and that was actually quite easy. You could pull there quite easily. It was more when we got into the adult clubs at like 17, 18. That was when I really struggled because I'm like, what the fuck do I do here? It's fucking like, this is way crazy environment. Yeah. So that was when I struggled actually. So I had to learn my fucking way through. Yeah. And it was fun. Like, it wasn't like hard, it was just fun. But I had to learn slowly over the years, right? Um, but my point is, my looks were always the same. What changed was my approach. And now, frankly, I would say probably I was slightly better looking, let's say, I don't know, 30 or fucking 22 or something than I am now. Possibly, I don't know. I mean, maybe I am aging pretty well here, but I know for a fact there's girls I've got with in the last 3 to 4 years who were early 20s, 21, yeah, 20, fucking 19, yeah, 25, who no way would have fucked me when I was 20. No way. No fucking way, let alone 19. No fucking way, dude. No way. No way. When I was fucking trying to be David Beckham, I fucking curtains and stuff like that when I was fucking 19. No way would they have fucked me. That girl I mentioned earlier on, who's a stripper, she saw some pictures of me when I was younger. She was like, "Nah, you way too much of a pretty boy for me. Then I would never have fucked you. I'd never have been with you." I met her when I was a bit older. I was 28, right? So yeah, a lot of these girls, they're not looking for a pretty boy, rent boy. Yeah, a lot of these real bad skis, they're looking for an actual fucking man. Yeah. So I'm now going to delineate my group of friends. It's not even based on me. I'm not saying I did this, that, and the other. You might think, oh, you look, you've got a solid look to you, or it's too easy for you. Well, it's not. It really fucking isn't, by the way. You still got to make all the same moves. Doesn't matter what your looks are. You got to make all the same moves. But let me delineate my extensive list of friends who I've watched firsthand absolutely destroy the game. Right? Not based on looks, money, or status. Okay, this is a long list, by the way. So we will start with Aliko. That's actually his real name. You won't find him because he currently works in an Ecuadorian gold mine. Okay, yeah, he's a miner. Yeah. Now, when I met him, so he actually might be doing all right for himself now, but this is like 10 years later. When I met him, he was a chef in a bar, right, in Yorkshire, right? He was from Ecuador, and he was almost literally born in the fucking jungle. Like, we talked about his life and stuff. He's basically born in the jungle. He found it hilarious that you had to buy things like melons and bananas. Like, he found it hilarious you couldn't just get them off a tree, right? This guy was a fucking native, right? Didn't speak very much English at all. He was just a chef. Fuck knows how he got into the UK. Fuck knows how he even got into Europe, but he did. Yeah, because he's a fucking pirate, right? And he worked his ass off 5, 6 days a week. And then I'd go to his bar and then see him around and stuff. I don't even know how we met, to be honest with you, quite honestly. But we became mates because I just noticed, oh, this guy's fucking, he's up for getting after it. He's fucking up for getting after it. That's absolutely safe. So we'll go out for a drink. And he was like, it was almost like going out with like a, I don't know, like a, hard to even describe what this guy was like presence wise. He wasn't aggressive, but he was loose. He was slightly animalistic without being aggressive. It's a hard one with being very good natured, but slightly animalistic. And he would get after it.
he would get after it like nobody's business. He got kicked out of so many clubs just doing stupid things. The guy was loose as fuck, absolutely loose as fuck. I once made the mistake of inviting him to an after party. I should never have done that. But he was loose. But that guy fucking wrecked. He wrecked, dude. He wrecked. He was. This guy looked like a fucking toad. He wasn't. Not only was he not good looking, on looks he would be like a 3. He would be a legitimate 3, right? He wasn't in shape. He had a belly, yeah. He was fairly strong, but he had a belly on him, right? The guy wrecked. The guy wrecked, yeah. He fucked all these girls in the bar, all the girls who worked behind the bar. Um, when we went out, he'd just go for it. He did not give a fuck. He didn't care at all. And he had standards as well. I remember him saying like he was dating a girl for a bit and then he sacked her off because he found out she was on the dole. He sacked her off. Yeah. And I think he also had a wife and kids in Ecuador as well, this guy, yeah. Monster. Monster, right? It's what these Latinos do. They come to Europe, fucking wreck all the girls, and then like all the European guys are just fucking preening themselves, sat in a corner, not fucking doing anything. Yeah? And then they complain about women. Oh, it's too hard. Would you do anything? Did you get after it? Yeah. No. So anyway, so that was Alico, the Ecuadorian gold miner. Yeah. So trust me, there's a very good chance you're better looking than this guy. If you look better than a toad, then you're better looking than him. Okay. Next up was my other friend. I won't say his name. I'll call him PB. PB. Yeah, he was from Colombia, right? Very different profile of guy. This guy was very intelligent. He was an engineering master's student, and I think he stuck around in the UK. And this guy was this social connector. He was the raver. He's the most hyper sociable person I've ever met in my life. Hyper sociable, dude. Hyper sociable. Crazy. The guy was fucking nuts. Hyper sociable. I invited him to a party once. He lit a firelighter, lit it. No, we were doing. He started a conga line, lit a firelighter, dropped the firelighter, stepped on the firelighter, and then it burnt the flame because they don't go out because it's like a chemical flame. Literally burnt into my fucking floor like a hole into the fucking floor, which he stood on, leading a fucking conga line. Right, that is PB. Yeah, the fucking PB. This is what he did. Yep. Notice leading the conga line, right? And I would go out with him, and it was just fucking mayhem, dude. It was mayhem. It was fucking mayhem. Like the shit we would do was just constant entertaining banter. He would bring out fucking lasers with him to clubs and stuff like that. He'd bring out like strobes and stuff like this. He'd bring out his own fucking lighting equipment. Yeah, like I'm not. It sounds ridiculous. This is what this guy did. He'd bring out his own lighting equipment, and then when we went places, if we got onto the VIP, he'd steal the bottle at the end. He'd put it in his duffel coat and steal it at the end. Then he'd show up to a party on a Saturday with a bottle of Grey Goose, which he'd filled with cheap fucking vodka. His fucking shades like he's the absolute fucking Don, yeah? Fucking 27-year-old Colombian guy. Yeah? Absolute animal. Animal. Lived for the moment, lived for the fun. Absolutely trashed it with just partying and women. It was so, he would get so annoyed with me. If I left a party and there was someone that I could have pulled and I didn't pull it, he would get so annoyed with me. He would get irrationally pissed off with me. But what a great mate to have. What a great fucking mate to have. And he appreciated me because I would go into any set, any girl. He wasn't so great in clubs. What he was great at was connecting. So he had so many social circle pies everywhere that he would mostly get women through that. In clubs, he was okay, but I was better in clubs. So I would go in and I'd be the battering ram. And he got like a long-term girlfriend from a set that I battered my way into. He came over to me and went, mate, I'm in love. I'm like, right, where are they? And he goes, they're over there. And I was like, okay, is that one on the left? Yeah. Oh, okay, I'll go for the one on the right. So I went straight into her. I actually said, my opening gambit was, let's get married. Like, I want to take you to Abu Dhabi right now. I've got a plane waiting. It's just some complete bullshit. And then he comes in with the second one. All right, and then we move, right? but he was an amazing wing to me, right? P-Bay was not good looking. He was not ugly, but he was not good looking. Yep, he was skinny, didn't have any muscle. His only maybe good point was 5'11". It was like tallish, maybe, I don't know. Like taller than me. Oh, by the way, I'm not tall. Yeah. I pulled tall chicks as well, like somewhat regularly, to be honest with you. So that's another thing as well. Yeah. Um, what did P-Bay have, and what did I have that the other guys didn't have? We had fun, we had social skills, and we had balls. Yeah. Cojones and humor. We had the two, right? I saw him a couple of years ago. Went to visit him in Greece, and we were driving along. We were just standard night out. Like we probably calmed down somewhat, although we were 37, so we were still hitting it. To be honest with you, I've calmed down a little bit this year, but we were still hitting it. 37, and we're driving along to this club in Athens. This club on the sea. We're just kind of like silence because we hadn't seen each other for a while. And then after a bit, after about a couple of minutes, he just turns to me and he goes, "We were the best, mate." I was like, I know. I know. Yeah, so he was my wing. Yeah, this guy was not good looking. He certainly wasn't rich. I doubt maybe now he's doing a bit better, but up to age 37, I don't think he'd ever earned more than 1,500 euros in a calendar month ever in his life. I think maybe he's doing a little bit better now. He's like moved to a different place and stuff, and I think he's, progressing up the ranks a little bit. Um, Yeah, but the guy also does he's also got quite a good social media profile that he's worked on a little bit as well over recent years. So it's just a multi-pronged thing. But when I was going out with him, there was basically no social media. Yeah, so but he doesn't need it anyway. He's the type of guy. When I was with him in Greece, I met an Angolan general's daughter in Greece, um, and on a night out with him, and I came to meet him, and there's like 10 people around him. He's like raving. He's got a bottle or something. He's just raving. And I like, oh yeah, go and chat and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, how'd you guys know P-Bay? And they're like, oh, we just met him 2 minutes ago. Yeah. This is a regular occurrence with this guy. So when I say like, you don't know how aggressive you need to be, I mean, you need to go up it 50-fold. And when I say you don't know how sociable you need to be, you need to up it 50-fold. Yeah, I can't keep up with this guy. He's too much. But to be around him is sensational. So if you can't make it yourself, you can get yourself around people like this. So that's P-Bay. Now let's go on to Jan. Jan, notice all these people are from a certain part of the world. One is from Ecuador. P-Bay is from Colombia. Jan is from the Dominican Republic. Yeah, and he might be the best of the lot. Jan was a fucking fat fuck. He looked like Tweedledee, right? Last New Year, I'm 38 years old. I was just started dating a 24-year-old chick, and I go over. She invited me to her like hometown for New Year's Eve, and I was like, "Fuck it, yeah, why not? Why not? Let's." It was a bit soon, but I was like, "Be an adventure." So I go over, we get the bus over, and I meet this girl's best friend, and then her boyfriend, Jean, and like her. So my girl, the best friend is extremely attractive, extremely attractive. My girl was attractive, but the best friend might have been more attractive, to be honest. My girl, I genuinely liked more, like sexually and stuff like that, because of what I like. But if I said on an objective scale, this friend was fucking fit. Let me put it that way. Yeah, my girl's fit as well, but like the friend was maybe like really could be like a Latin movie star, like really. Yeah. And this geezer, he's fat. He's got a high pitched voice. Yeah. He's so far away from being the archetype of good looking. It's a fucking joke. He's so far away, right? But anyway, I noticed this guy. I'm like, man, this guy is a real fucking leader. This guy's got real fucking charisma. He's a real fucking character.
So we go back to their place and stuff, and kind of finding out more about him. He's a cool fucking guy. He just runs the show. This guy runs the fucking show. He runs everything. He doesn't need looks. He doesn't need a good fucking. He doesn't need a good voice. He doesn't need anything. Yeah, he runs the fucking show. And like he'd arrange everything. He had an all right car, and then he had these like crazy ass speakers put in as well. So we would get the speakers out and then playing the fucking music out of his car. He'd be trying to force rum down me, saying like it'll make you fuck better and stuff like this. And he was just such a fucking character, this guy. He had a Glock in his fucking car as well. Drove ridiculous, the fastest fucking drives, terrifyingly fast driver. Some of these people around the world, man, they fucking scared the shit out of me. But yeah, ridiculously fast driver. And this guy he was high testosterone in his mind, basically. He had high mental testosterone, yeah? And this chick's with him, man. They're a solid couple. Do you know what I mean? They're a family. Do you know what I mean? They're a solid couple. Then I remember later on that night as well, the group comes down, and there's a younger couple as well, I'd say around about girls maybe early 20s, the guy's probably 30, I don't know. And again, some of the girls out there, man, are fucking criminal. I've never seen anything. I've never seen anywhere even close. I've never seen anywhere even close. Not even close to that island. Not even close. Not even the distance is so far, and the quantity. But yeah, so this other guy comes, and he's like super good looking. This guy, like ridiculously good looking. He was like a boxer or something. He was a boxer, but with like the fine features, but like hench at the same time. He looked like he was fucking made out of a computer game or something. This guy like really didn't even look real. He had like fucking tats and shit like this as well. He's absolutely jacked. Super charismatic, super loud, super fun. Yeah, and this other guy is the same. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, man, we're all different profiles. Like I'm here as a pirate, white pirate from overseas. I'm a bit older. There's the young boxer looking supermodel over there. And there's the fat Tweedledee over here who's an absolute fucking G. And we've all got fit girls. Yeah? And I was looking at those two, I was like, between Tweedledee and the supermodel boxer, their girls are basically the same fitness. They're basically the same. They're both like fucking complete stunners. Like if you saw either in Europe, you'd lose your mind. They both on touchdown would get contracted on modeling contracts. 100%. 100%. The girls who get modeling contracts in the UK is fucking laughable. When you travel the world, is a fucking joke. Influencer models in the UK. Girls like, I mean, God. Mixed race girl in the UK is like, she's automatically a model. The DR, she's like a fucking 5. It's hilarious. But anyway, so that was Juan. Yeah? He was an absolute fucking G, total baddie. And he looks like, literally like Tweedledee, right? From fucking Alice in Wonderland. Not quite as fat as that, but pretty fucking fat, right? Charisma, big set of balls. And when I went back actually from that weekend, I remember I was going out and my approach improved a lot just from being around those animals for a few days. I remember going out like the week after. My approach got a lot better because of them, yeah? Los cojones, yeah? What these black pill little fucking nerds don't have. They don't have any nadicles, yeah? They don't have anything. Fucking losers, yeah? So Juan literally would just eat those guys. They'd just look like children compared to him, to be honest. They'd just look like 2-year-old girls. They wouldn't, I mean, it would just be, they would be incomprehensible to him. Like, he wouldn't comprehend why men would be going online, rating themselves on looks and stuff like that. It would just be like, it would be so alien to this guy. It would be like, and if you told him he wasn't good looking, he'd be like, yeah, I'm a fucking supermodel. Yeah. And my dick's a supermodel. Well, he would just say something stupid. He wouldn't care. Next up here, we've got Wesley. We're piling on here. We've got my friend Wesley.
Wesley is a 50-year-old guy. I think he's from Senegal. He's an African guy. Not rich. All right looking, but definitely not good looking. He's a good dancer, I will say that. But he's got masses of personality. He's got a very forceful personality. Yeah, told Wesley. Wesley went through a lot of white women at the old dance scene. Oh yes, he did. Yeah, and he's not one of these he's like my height. I mean, he's not like one of these guys. Oh, he's got a big dick. No, he probably doesn't, dude. Probably doesn't. Probably just has a normal dick. Yeah. What he's got a lot of is fucking personality and self-confidence. And he would take the girls on the dance floor to do kizomba, and he'd do ridiculous non-kizomba moves. He literally lift them in the air and stuff like that. Lift them in the air like they were fucking performing in a circus or some shit like that. And then I'd laugh at him, and then it'd be quite good for me because I'd be with another girl and we'd laugh at him, but not in a vicious way, just because it was funny. But then that would kind of create a bond for me as well with my girl. So yeah, he winged me without even trying to. But Wesley, yeah, he went through girls left, right, and center. Yeah, he had no trouble, and a lot of these girls were really attractive, and some of them were really into him. They was like, oh, he's a bit of a stud, isn't he? You know, he's a bit exciting. Persona, personality. It's what women want. They want some emotionality in their lives, yeah? What these fucking retards on the internet don't know, because they just sit around on the internet, is they've got a blind spot. They don't have Wesley's charisma. They don't have any. So they don't get any pussy and they complain. And they think it's all about looks. Wesley doesn't have looks. He doesn't. There's no money. He's got charisma. Yeah. And he's got balls. We're starting to see a pattern. Yeah. Interestingly, none of these guys are English so far. No, none of these guys are English so far. So maybe England is not breeding this type of man. I wonder why that is, yeah? Maybe being raised in fucking this bullshit climate fucking castrates a lot of these guys. There are some good seducers in England though, to be fair, but I just don't have them on my list here. Now let's go over to Mike. Mike was a Chinese guy, yeah? Mike is Chinese, right? He's about 5'10", which for a Chinese guy my age is actually all right. He's not one of these ripped, muscly Chinese guys, not at all. Absolutely not at all. He's skinny fat. Yeah, he's very well dressed, and he's got a business, right, in which he's sort of a semi-promotional type of business, and he does a lot around the nightlife scene, and he's a lot of the times he's kind of a center of attention. He's a big center of attention, and guess what he's got? Loads of personality. He's fun. He's a little bit of a fake nice guy, to be honest with you. He's a bit of a snake, but he's always nice. He's always pleasant. But I know behind the scenes he's a bit of a snake, but whatever. But he's got shitloads of charisma, he's got shitloads of personality, and lots of people like him, lots of people love him. The girls this guy got would honestly make most of these they would make these looks maxing guys want to literally rip their own eyeballs out. Yeah, the girls this guy got were a fucking joke. His girlfriend he had for about 2 years was a straight 10, was a fucking 10. There weren't that many girls, like I was saying, in Sheffield, who I'd look at them and go, no, she's an actual 10. This girl was a fucking full spectrum 10 on everything, not just on looks, personality, everything. She was an incredible dancer as well, this girl. She was fucking a 10, bruv. Blonde hair, yeah? Perfect body, perfect tits, everything ridiculous, yeah? He's going out with this girl for 2 fucking years, man. Maybe 3 years, I don't know. Before that, he had a fit girlfriend, and then after that, he also had a fit girlfriend, yeah? P-Bay, yeah? I'll do a little interlude here. I'll think of also, let's call him Rishi, Rishi, the Indian salsa teacher. Yeah, there's an Indian salsa teacher that I remember back in the day. Skinny as a fucking rail. We used to call him, me and P-Bay, we used to take the piss out, and we used to call him Michael Jackson. Skinny as a rail, bruv, this guy. Not even as skinny as a rail, skinny as a coat hanger. Yeah, he was anorexic, dude. I think he was actually anorexic. Bro, his girl, I remember his girl. I remember I used to fancy his girlfriend. She was like, I don't know, she was like fucking 5'10", thick, curvaceous. Yeah, she's with the skinny fucking coat hanger boy. Yeah, he was a dance teacher. He was a good dance teacher. He seduced her, he swooned her. He was very self-confident. Yeah, he was more measured. He kept himself to himself. I rated that guy, the way he carried himself. Yeah. And he had a very fucking attractive girl who was like, she was like 5'10", 5'11", curvaceous as fuck. What the fuck is going on here? Yeah. Because women go on emotions, bruv. A lot of women go on emotions. If there's a good looking guy who gives the girl no emotions versus a guy who gives the girl emotions, she's going with the emotions every single fucking time. Yeah. That doesn't mean they don't obviously like attractive guys and stuff like that. Yeah, but they still go with emotions. They'll still go with emotions. Yeah. Actually, just as you will as well, bro. Yeah. And we're less emotional than them, but if you think about yourself, you'll do the same. Yeah. Next up, the gypsy. So Mike the Chinese guy. Yeah, and then his next girl after that, which was also bad as well. It wasn't a fluke. Yeah, every girl I've seen him with is always fucking fit. Always. Yeah. Honestly, people would really tear their eyes out if they saw what I've seen. They would not. I've seen so much evidence that I know what I'm saying is true. Okay, it's because I'm giving you specific things. Yeah, specific examples. Next up here would be the Gypsy Jack. Gypsy Jack, I don't know if he's good looking or not, to be honest with you. I couldn't really tell you because he's kind of got a strange look to him. He's got some interesting stylistic things going on. He's quite tall. He's not a big muscular guy or anything like that. The guy has always been a demon, bruv. He's always been a demon. He's fucked everything that moves. Gypsy Jack. Yep, Gypsy Jack. And he's had times in his life where he's had 4 or 5 women at the same time. Hot ones as well. Very fucking hot ones as well. Like extreme end hot, yeah. He's Gypsy Jack. Yeah. He's Jack the lad, right? He's just a complete great social skills. Great social skills. Basically a social genius. Doesn't have particularly any money or anything like that. Just normal Jack the lad, yeah. Does does different things, painting, decorating, does the different types of things like that, but also like some more sophisticated stuff as well. Very smart guy as well, but not really gone down the academic route, but he's a smart guy. Yeah. But what gets him the results with the ladies is the charisma. It's the charisma, man. The guy's oozing charisma and he's oozing humor. There's some stories with that guy. I can't even bring myself to say some of the fucking stories with that guy. Absolutely hilarious. He used to crash at mine sometimes, especially if if you needed a place to stay. He came into town because he lived out of town. If he came into town and he met someone, he'd crash at mine sometimes. It got to a point where he was taking a piss a little bit, to be honest with you. But anyway, so that was Gypsy Jack. Gypsy Jack is not rich. He's not super good looking. He's quite, for me, I'm just like, I don't know if he's good looking or not. He's very charismatic though. Women love him. Like all women love him. Even like my ex-girlfriends and stuff like that, they all loved him. Like it wasn't like they fancied him or anything like that, but they just loved him. They thought he was fucking fantastic. Yeah. Everyone thinks this guy's fantastic because he is, right? Personality. Yeah. He didn't spend his time on the internet, right? Fucking been an idiot. Yeah. Absolute character. Absolute fucking character. I've just delineated there 6 or 7 examples of guys who are not good looking and not rich, who've got charisma, humor, and balls, and they ravage women to a level that these little fucking pussies online can't imagine because they're pussies. Yeah. It's so embarrassing to see that, to be honest. I find it so embarrassing to see another man acting like that. I literally feel I feel ashamed by association that we're even the same fucking, we share a Y chromosome. Yeah, women want an emotional experience. Yeah, no shit. Women want an emotional experience. Yeah. Let me give a counter example as well. So a guy I know who, and this is actually a real shame, but who's got the full package, looks, yep, tick, 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 like genuinely good looking. I remember like when I was young and stuff, one of my girlfriends talking about how good looking this guy was, and I was kind of like, is he? I don't know. To me, I was just all about like the physique. I'm like, nah, he's a pussy, you know, but my girlfriend said he was good looking, like and facially and stuff. So okay, shit. He was good looking, right? He's always been known to be good looking. This guy, rich, like he got rich young as well. Like in the modern world, being rich at like 20 is a thing, right? In the real world, for the last 5,000 years before that, it wasn't a thing. He got rich at 30, which is fucking young. In all of history, he got real rich at 30. So he's young, he's good looking, he's rich as fuck. He meets his girl's an air hostess. They have this fucking crazy romance. They get married, they have a relationship, they have a child, and so on, and they end up getting divorced. You know, a few years later. I have another friend, similar, like probably like, and also I've got. Let me in fact let me just stick with this one guy for a minute before I go into the other friend. But yeah, they end up getting divorced a few years later. Really sad. Honestly, just really sad. Real shame they couldn't work it out. But what went wrong? Did he get ugly? No. Did he lose his money? No. Yeah. Emotional issues. Emotional issues. Emotional issues got in the way. Emotional issues fucked it up. The emotions. Yeah. The woman's emotions, his emotions. That is what fucked it up. It's emotions, bruv. Emotions. Yeah. Everything was sorted. Everything that could be sorted in a relationship on the surface was sorted. Nothing was both attractive. You know, he's got a great fucking position. She's cool. She's smart. Got a child. They want to make it work. Fucking atrocious, bruv. Because the emotional field was not right. Yeah. So that again, that proves, oh, you got the money, you got the looks. Oh, really? Good luck, mate. Good luck with that. Enjoy your fucking relationship. Money, looks, status. Good luck. It's such a childish, like it's like a computer game. It's like someone's gone on a computer game. It's like, oh, let's put the money bar up. Let's put the status bar up. Let's put the looks bar up. That's not actually how real life works. Humans are highly emotional creatures. Life is way more complicated than just like picking a guy out of a computer fucking program. So yeah, so he had everything, lost his wife, lost his fucking wife. And that must have been brutal for both of them, to be honest. I don't know what went wrong. There's probably many things that went wrong, but it was definitely emotional. It definitely was not looks. It definitely was not money. No fucking way. And then I have another friend who, yeah, he was also good looking, modelish type of guy. Again, like, I don't know if he has modeled, like fitness model. Jacked out of his fucking mind, this guy. Looked like a Roman fucking stallion, right? This guy. And his first marriage completely fell apart. He got young. He got married a bit younger, 27, to a girl he really admired, but I don't think she admired him as much. And I think he was still a bit immature, even though he had a lot of good things going on. There's no way, you know, like there's no way looks wise. There was no way there were any issues. Like, the guy's fucking. I remember in school because he was in my school, and he lost his virginity young as well. So I was like, yeah, he's not inexperienced. He can probably sling. So what's gone wrong? So what's gone wrong? Yeah, issues in the marriage, right? Issues in the fucking marriage. Basically, he couldn't respond to with the right backbone to certain things that happened in his marriage, and that basically lost him the girl. But he must have had a tough time. He's actually, I think, had children and stuff recently, so I'm actually fucking happy for that guy. Yeah. But yeah, the key thing with both those guys is they both had it going on, especially on looks. Those guys looked fucking tremendous, dude. Look fucking tremendous.
and they still had problems, big enough problems to get divorced, bruv. Yeah, big enough problems to get divorced. Yeah, yeah. It's all money, looks, status. It's so childish and so retarded. So, and anyone really who's on my channel, as I summarily dismissed that idiot at the start of my live telling me not to go to clubs, get a fucking grip, mate. Fucking going to clubs is a great way to meet women. Yeah, it just is. Yeah, I moved over to daytime approach because at approaching 40, I didn't want to go to clubs like literally every day like I used to. I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. Yeah, and I saw a weakness in my game, and this is part of it, right? So me as a former club promoter, as a guy with some charisma, as a guy who's experienced, as a guy who looks fairly decent, I still saw myself and I saw weakness in myself, which I had to eradicate. So I went to work with Christian Casanova in Manchester, who started me off on my cold approach journey, yeah, to eradicate that. Yeah. So still, even as a guy who's got lots of experience, who's done all right for himself in the relationship space, got an interesting life going on, looks decent fashion, I still had weaknesses, and I still do have weaknesses. Yeah, it's a constant, ongoing process. It's never gonna end. It's never gonna fucking end. Yeah, and I just look at like a kid who's never done anything, who's never fucking lived, who thinks that he's owed women. I'm like, bro, do you know what I've had to do just to get to like a good level? And just like and other people I know. So for example, the Richie from the Entourage, we'll talk about him a lot because he's gone from essentially a 40-year-old virgin to Al Pacino in 6 months. Yeah, because he's done like 1,000 approaches in 6 months and iterating as well. Yeah. So, like, seeing these kids moan about how they don't have it easy. It makes me sick. It makes me sick, and yeah, they should be ashamed of themselves. I'm guessing the guy doesn't have a dad of any description. There's no way he can have a dad of any description. Uh, he's probably single mom. If you're a product of a single mother, you might be having some issues based on that. I think a lot of guys do, but guess what? You got to address them. Yeah, you got to address them, and then you move on. Yeah, you still got the Y chromosome. You still got thousands of years of ancestors behind you. You're the fucking product of champions who've survived everything nature's thrown at them for thousands of fucking years. And what, you're going to be a little bitch because you didn't get all the girls when you were 19 years old? Really? That's how you're going to go out. That's how you want to be remembered, as the bitch, the complaining fucking pussy. Like, you can, I mean, just look at what our ancestors had to go through, and you're going to complain. Give me a fucking break. It's an insult to humanity. It's an insult to your ancestors to act like that. It really fucking is. So yeah, it's an ongoing thing. It's an ongoing thing. I used to buy books on. I bought the book, The Game. I'd buy a few courses here and there. Probably bought 5 or 6 different things over the years: books, courses, video courses. Yeah, and I just saw that as an ongoing project. It's like, well, if I'm going to be single, I definitely don't feel that I'm particularly natural, especially in like the UK. Maybe in Latin America, I am actually a natural, but in the UK, I didn't feel like I was. So I had to learn a lot of stuff, I had to, yeah. And then obviously hanging out with friends and then just learning on my own as well. And that's what generated that life for me. But yeah, it doesn't just fall into your fucking lap, dude. Oh, the number of guys I've been out with who legitimately had girls coming on to them or telling me like, "Oh, I want to get with your friend." I can think of two off the top of my head, and I've obviously hung out with hundreds and hundreds of guys. I can think of two who got girls in that way. Yeah. Okay, good for them. What, you think they don't have dating problems? One of those guys I know, his girlfriend, yeah, she left him. Maybe he didn't develop enough of a backbone because he got it a bit easy. So that can be a problem as well. Brad Pitt said that about himself. Yeah. So those guys don't get off either. None of us get off. No one gets a free pass. Yeah, if you're good looking rent boy model, guess what's going to happen? Your girl is going to get stolen by a G. Yeah? Could be a corporate G who's going to come along, a medical G, but it's going to happen at some point, or she's just going to leave you. None of us gets off. Yeah? Yeah, the last thing I'm going to say as well about, like, so women want an emotional experience. I've been quite serious on this, but I don't know if I'm misrepresenting things here, but the last thing is, I mean, I'm talking seriously on a live. The last thing is, guys need to know how to have fun. Yeah. You cannot compete with fun. SMV can never compete with fun. Yeah, it can't. Can't compete with fun. Or it's basically can't anyway. Like an average, quote unquote, average guy, average everything, who's fun as fuck, he ain't gonna struggle. He ain't gonna struggle. Fun is the way. Yeah, fun is the way. Yeah, because I like to have fun actually. I like to have fun, especially on nights out. I really like to have fun. So yeah, fun is the way. And guys just don't know how to have fun. Yeah, these autists online, they don't even, I can tell by just looking at them, like, bro, you don't even know how to have fun. There's no humor in you. You're just a fucking idiot. Yeah. I was in this club. I'll probably go there tomorrow actually in Belgrade. A few months ago, 3, 4 months ago, and I ended up on a table with a bunch of fucking guys from Cuba. And it's a standard thing. Nobody has fun like Cuban guys and Dominican guys, but especially Cubans. And there was a Serbian guy next to us, and there's a group and stuff like that. One of these guys was macking this Serbian guy's girlfriend in the most humorous fucking way, just leaning across the leaning across the fucking tables and like just almost like leaning across a sofa to mack her. She gave him her number as well, right? And this Serbian guy, the guys here they're solid guys, but some of them are quite stiff. There's the kind of bad boy Serbian. I can see those guys do all right, but some of the guys are a little bit stiff, goody two shoes in a way, but or just they're just a bit stiff, right? These Latino charismatic Latinos come in, they don't know what's fucking hit them. To be fair, then if that was a night where it was mostly Serbian guys, those guys wouldn't have got away with that. But it was mostly African and Latinos in that night. So actually, the Serbs were strangely in a minority because of they're not really into that music. So I think that's the guy kind of got away with it because of that. I wouldn't do that in a normal. I wouldn't do that in a normal fucking Serbian nightclub. But yeah, he was fun. He was charismatic, and he basically stole a Serbian guy's girlfriend literally from under his nose. What are you gonna do? And he didn't care either. He didn't give a shit either. He just was having fun. Yeah. So have fun, boys. It's Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day today. Let's go. Let's go get after it. Let's go hit it. Let's go have some fun. Let's not be like these fucking internet children. Like, please. And if you are an internet child, hopefully something here. I've given you an example, pull you out of this. But if not, no one gives a fuck. You can go and be a loser for the rest of your life. No one's gonna fucking save you, bruv. No one gives a fuck. No one cares about you, bruv. Well, obviously your family do. I'm saying no one cares about your sex life. Let me put it that way. Your family care about you, all this type of stuff. Fine, fine, fine. But about your sex life, no one gives a fuck. Yeah. You want to be a pussy? Go ahead. You want to actually get after it? You want to make a change? Watch some of my videos. Watch some of Christian's videos. Watch Paul University's videos. And there are a few other good coaches out there as well. There are a few good coaches out there. There's anyone who's doing something, and you can, especially when you can actually see them, or you can just really, they've got very clear, detailed stories. Yeah, but especially the ones you can actually see in action, they're worth at the very least understanding that you can get better. Understand you can get better. That's the main takeaway. Yeah, you can get better. But fun is the biggest one. Fun is the biggest one. Yeah. So I talk seriously. I'm quite serious, but when I'm out, I really am having fun. I really am. On these lives, I'm serious because I'm trying to be intellectual about all of these concepts and stuff, but really a lot of it is just diversion. So enjoy Valentine's Day, boys. Peace, love. Josefsky. Don't be a nice guy. Be a solid guy. Don't be a black pillar. Be a fun pillar.